Wherever plants are growing, there are very often insects using the plants as food. If these insects ate only weeds, they'd be considered beneficial. But too often, they feed on such cultivated crops as cotton, or on the many kinds of fruit which people enjoy. They dine on farm crops, and even feed on the wood with which homes are made. There are thousands upon thousands of different species of insects, feeding on the ornamental plants and the food-producing plants of humans. Among the most destructive are aphids. This is an aphid feeding. Plant damage occurs as the essential fluids are drained from the plant cells and harmful toxins are injected through the aphid's tube-like proboscis. In areas where the weather is warm, aphids give birth to living young. The young aphids are known as nymphs, and a single adult aphid can produce as many as 6 of them in a day. After the young aphid has its legs in position, the parent lowers it to the plant stem. First, the aphid stretches. Then it settles down and begins to feed and to grow. In the molting process, the aphid sheds its skin. After each molt, the new skin is larger than the old. It molts a total of 4 times before it's mature. Most aphids have no wings, but if there is not enough food for the colony, some of the aphids grow wings and fly to other plants. And once a new food supply is located, the aphids multiply rapidly. Soon the colony will look like this. One way to reduce aphid populations is by chemical control. But before there were chemicals and sophisticated ways of applying them, what kept the world from being overrun with aphids and other damaging insects? Fortunately, there have always been other insects, such as the ladybird beetle, that help through natural biological control. The ladybird beetle, commonly called the ladybug, eats aphids by the hundreds. The ladybug lays from 200 to 400 eggs in a season. She generally lays them on the surface of a leaf near an aphid's colony. Soon, a ladybug egg is ready to hatch. The egg produces a larva, a stage in this insect's life cycle. The ladybug larva also has an enormous appetite for aphids. Within 2 weeks, the larva stops eating and forms a tough protective covering. It is now a pupa. The pupa can move to protect itself. When development is complete, the adult ladybug begins to emerge. In order to break out, it draws in air. This expansion and contraction helps to split the tough pupal case. During the next few days, the wing covers will harden and become red with black spots. And soon the adult ladybug will start to feed. Another natural enemy of aphids is a tiny parasitic wasp, smaller than a pinhead. The wasp injects one of its eggs into each aphid. In a few days, the egg hatches, and a wasp larva consumes the aphid, leaving only a lifeless shell. Hundreds of aphids may be destroyed by one wasp. Another aphid enemy is the serpent fly, also called the hunter fly. It destroys aphids in the larval stage of life. The adult serpent fly lays its eggs within a colony of aphids. When the eggs hatch, there will be an abundant food supply for the larvae. The green lacewing also destroys aphids in the larval stage of life. The dainty adult feeds only on nectar, a sweet liquid produced by plants. The lacewing has a most ingenious way of laying her eggs. Eggs are laid singly, each one on top of a silken thread. This protects the egg from insect enemies on the plant below. In about 10 days, the egg hatches. Within minutes, the larva climbs down its silken thread and starts its first aphid hunt. It grows rapidly as it hunts and destroys aphids. It is commonly called the aphis lion. Three to 6 weeks after it is hatched, it stops eating and spins a silk cocoon. Like many other insects, the green lacewing larva is a master spinner. Layers of minute silken thread are woven together with a single strand, unbroken in the process. Inside the cocoon, transformation has begun. The larva becomes a pupa. Then it leaves the cocoon through an opening cut by its mandibles. It sheds the tight skin which binds the newly formed wings. Body fluids are pumped into the delicate network of veins. Now the fully mature lacewing is ready to fly and to start again the cycle of life that is so beneficial in the control of aphids. But aphids are not the only damaging insects, for wherever plants grow, there are insects feeding upon them. One way of controlling damaging insects is with chemicals. But one should remember that while chemicals will kill harmful insects, such as aphids, they will also kill beneficial insects, such as the ladybug, parasitic wasp, the serpent fly, and the green lacewing. A constant, quiet battle of the bugs has always helped in the control of destructive insects through natural biological control.